Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and today I bring you a game that, when it was released at Spiel, I could not get my hands on it because it just blew away and it just disappeared completely off the shelves. Completely. I'm talking about Altiplano from Rainer Stockhausen, a game originally published by DLP Games, and I have to say I had to wait until it was published in Spain by Arrakis Game so I could get my hands on a copy of this. Now, is Altiplano a fairly medium weight euro going to be worth the amount of money that I had to pay to get my hands on it? Well, I am about to tell you. Welcome to the GMS Magazine unboxing videos. Let's game. Even though Rainer Stockhausen pretended that he was, oh my god, everything's been sold here, it was going to happen. Altiplano was already very hyped before Spiel, and it just went off. It completely went off. It's a very cool looking game based on the Altiplano in South America, where people have to fish, they have to work the land and have alpacas, llamas being reared so they can trade and survive. And in this game, that's exactly what we're going to do. But let's take a look at what's inside the box. By the way, even though I am taking a look at the Spanish version of the game, one thing that you may or may not know is that when international licenses are given, one of the things that has to happen is that the games remain exactly the same as it is the original. So unless there is the addition of something slightly else, like for instance here I have the missions expansion included in the game, which I don't know if it was in the original one, but everything else meant to be exactly the same. Same components, same quality, same absolutely everything. Nothing changes apart from the language. So the box is standard little normal box. With the weight that there is inside this box, I wish it was a little bit thicker because this is a little bit on the thin side, but it's just a standard kind of box. Doesn't seem that there is an insert. Nothing wrong with that thus far. So we get a bunch of baggies, always very welcome indeed. Scoring pad, which is nice, even though as usual, eventually if you play this game a lot, you are going to have to print these to keep track of the scoring. It's not wrong particularly, it's a little bit thin. I wish they had a lot more because this game is probably going to see a fair amount of use. A little deck of cards which we will take a look at in a minute, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cloth bags. The material is good enough. Okay, this is not something that you want to carry your most precious and prized possessions in it, but it's good enough. They close very nicely. And although I wish from the art direction point of view that they had some sort of pattern to it to go with the South American theme, but they're just black. So okay, there's nothing wrong with them. They could be better, but they are not bad. Let me put the box aside. We have some cubes with some huge meeples. I mean, look at the size of these meeples. They are very large. You can compare it to my thumb. And they are very large meeples, one for each player. And then just standard kind of cubes on 2 sizes. So these are going to be tracking And these are going to be something else. Okay. They're wooden, they're sturdy, they're well made, nothing fancy about them, nothing over the top, but we are talking about a Euro game, so they fit fine. Let's open the cards. Let's see how easy these are to open. These are going to resist a little bit, I reckon. Yes, they are. Oh my god, am I going to have to think that this game is horrible? This is going to drive me completely mad and mental. Am I going to have to go for a flamethrower to open these? But no, nope. I've done it. I'm a grown-up. I can do this now. Right, the cards are... Alright, they need sleeving. It's as simple as that. The printing is very good. Very, very good. The illustrations are lovely. Very lovely. The anatomy is clear, so you can see everything that's going on. But they are a little bit on the small and weak side. So seriously, you're going to have to... These are going to bend very, very easily. Very easily. So I would thoroughly and strongly recommend sleeving these. Because also they are not laminated, so they will get very, very dirty very quickly. The rulebook is actually quite hefty, I've got to say. And because there are so many components, everything is a bit cramped, but in the right place. And because there are different number of components for different player numbers, we have a table that says exactly how many resources are going to be available depending on the number of players. So for 2, 3, or 4, or 5 are going to have different amounts of one or the other. This is a setup of the game, and then we get the rules. This is a game, haven't played it once myself, that is a lot easier to get to grips with if somebody explains it to you than if you have to read the rules. There's an awful lot of rules to it. But the thing is, the game is surprisingly simple. Once you get your hands on it, you get to grips with it. It's not a very mega heavy Super Euro. It has an awful lot of variations. You can do an awful lot of things, but it's not mega rule heavy. But they are a lot more intimidating than they're in real life. If you can get somebody to explain the game to you, that's better. And now we start with the cardboard. There's a lot of it. Right, let's take a look at the first one. The icons fall off these very, very easily, which is nice, these tokens. The printing is excellent and the thickness is very good indeed. That's assume scoring board. So components wise, from this point of view, it seems like this very well done. Very, very well done. So we got one of those. Have a lot of them. Okay. These, by the way, are the board ones, because this is what we're going to be fishing. We're going to be getting our resources from. And there is, as you can see, a more than fair amount of this. And you have a little llama that I'm going to assemble for you. Like so. So you can put it on your table. Let me show you. Like so. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that overproduced? I think this is the first token, which is ridiculously funny, I have to say. Anyway, so more cardboard, more cardboard, more cardboard. Look, loads of them, and more, and more. This is a lot of game. And again. And again. Of course, as soon as you get rid of these sprues, like the extra baggies are going to be more than welcome and necessary. So, is this worth the amount of money you have to pay to get your hands on it? I would say so, and so would say Mr. Llama. Or Mrs. Llama, I have no idea. There's no way of knowing. Yes, this game is definitely well worth it. The reviews have been raving about it. It's a game that once you get to grips with it, you can play time and time again. It has some expansions, so it has some life added to it after it was published. So I'm going to say that this game is definitely well worth the amount of money you have to pay to get your hands on it. Let me know what your experience is. Give me some comments down there. It will be great to hear if you have enjoyed this game or not, if you have bought it or not, if you're gonna buy it or not. Thank you for being there. Do remember to subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when we upload more videos. Again, leave me your comments. And until next time, take very good care.